Dímelo, bro, Dominican York. What the is going on? ¿Cómo están ustedes hoy? ¿Cómo están ustedes? I hope you're having a blessed day. What is it, like 1:45 in the afternoon, East Coast Standard Time? And just finished doing some house chores, cleaning up a little bit, got laundry going, cleaning up my frag section over here. And if you guys saw my short or my post of the scent of the day, OUD for Greatness, Neo. Look how beautiful that bottle looks, man. Look at how beautiful that bottle looks. Precious. Precious. Let's see what this atomizer looks like. Not bad. It was aggressive. Decent amount of juice, especially for an initio. Put a little on. Yeah, it makes me shimmy. This stuff is delicious, guys. This really makes me shimmy. So, if any of you have smelled Baccarat Rouge, OUD for Greatness can be said to be kind of like a play on Baccarat Rouge with OUD mixed in, right? I don't know. Some people say that. A lot of people say there's no real OUD in it. I get that. It's an OUD Accord. Okay. There might be real OUD, there might not. I don't know that. I haven't researched that. But I enjoy OUD for Greatness a lot. And the reason I brought up the Baccarat, just if you haven't smelled OUD for Greatness, it might give you that saffron sweetness that you get from Baccarat Rouge, but with an oudy, woody note breakdown in there somewhere. It's really good. It's really good. Neo adds some fir balsam and some greens. There's something else besides fir balsam, but we're going to see that in a second on Fragrantica. I've got the dry down on my... This is really toned down. It's not as pronounced as it was when I first applied. And I still am getting a sweetness, a saffron. I forgot what else mixes with the saffron to create that sweetness. Not really spicy, but the fir balsam adds a freshness to it. I enjoy fir balsam and other frags and the fragrances that I have in my collection. If you haven't tried fir balsam as a note in any of your frags, I definitely suggest looking it up, finding what designers may have it and dropping into your Sephora and sampling. Not to say that you're just going to pick up fir balsam in it, but it'll have that and whatever other notes go into that fragrance. I am going to reapply the opening on my hand. Listening to some 80s funk, 80s R&B. Wow. See, in the beginning, it's spicy, fresh. You have your green elements. That saffron kicks in and is blending beautifully with a slight woodiness that, you know, is going to be that oud. This is so good, guys. We got to go. Let's go to Fragrantica. So it says that we are immediately going to be picking up a fresh, spicy accord, followed by a very aromatic accord, and then a woody oud accord. Ooh, it does have a lavender accord, another woody accord that's different from the oud accord. Then a citrus accord? Really? I don't really get a citrus accord or feeling from it, but that may be where I'm getting some of that freshness. Then a warm spicy. It is. Then a conifer accord. Don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. It's got to be something green or green and... Here, let's look it up. I'm on this. I'm going to go to the... I don't think it's going to have this on here. Notes. Conifer. Now, I did look up camphorous, but I think that camphorous note is what's giving us this conifer accord. Who knows? Then we're going to finish off with a fresh metallic accord breakdown. So Let's see. Let's go straight to, it says agarwood, fir, lavender, saffron, and bergamot. Really nice. We will go to Initio's website to see what they get. So most people are saying that it's long-lasting to eternal. Most people are saying strong to moderate sillage. I've worn this to work, and it does have a very strong to moderate sillage, and it does last a very long time. Most are saying masculine to more masculine, and then most people are saying it's overpriced. But guys, you can find this for less than 150 bucks. I'm just letting you know right now. Now let's go to Initio. OUD for Greatness Neo. Description. The result of a masterful alchemy between the forces of nature and neuroscience. Neo is a powerful concentrate of essences revealed by the active properties of neurosense. The psychoactive molecules of OUD enhance mental clarity and strengthens the mind. Balsam fir brings positive energy, boosting confidence and determination. Together, these dynamic notes amplify the power of the fragrance, taking it to the new heights of strength and allure. Like a flash of light, this dazzling fragrance reveals your innermost nature, creating a charismatic and ultra-fluorescent aura that captivates everyone around you. All our fragrances are unisex and made in France. So, do we get that can we get that in a big picture? No. So, I did get a comment on my Scent of the Day post that the gentleman prefers this to OUD for Greatness, the OG, and that he's gotten quite a bit of compliments from OUD for Greatness Neo. Guys, confidence creates compliments. Confidence creates compliments. If you feel comfortable in your skin and you're wearing something that makes you feel even more comfortable or more self-aware and self-assured, compliments are going to flow. You know, the way you carry yourself, the smiles, the open body language. A lot of times I don't get complimented because I believe I give off a very aggressive and determined body language that says, don't mess with me. That's New York City. That's military. That's just who I tend to be. I tend to be a, all business kind of dude when I'm out there in the street. In New York City, you learn to acknowledge, to show that you're present without being threatening. That's a distinct balance, right? Because people are going to test you. Listen, I grew up being tested 24/7, or at least when I started hanging out on the street, breaking night and things of that nature at 12 years old. I'm sure a lot of you did as well. But I started breaking night and being in the streets and being tested. I mean, we got tested before that, right? We got tested in all kinds of situations. Whether it was in school, out of school, at church. Believe me, you can get tested at church. When your parents are not around, you can get tested at church. I've been there. I've been at camp. Our church, our Seventh-day Adventist community, which is the Greater New York Academy, when I lived in New York City. This is the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I went to church on 93rd Street in Columbus, Spanish Broadway, Seventh-day Adventist Church. Also, we used to go to the one up on 173rd, 174th. It's in the 170s. And my grandfather and my grandmother were more present at that church because they lived on 187th Street. So they just had to go, 30 blocks, whatever it was, 10 blocks, to go to church in 170 something. But we used to also visit churches in the Bronx. We used to visit, and every Sunday during the softball league time, all the churches would be in softball competition. So we'd interact with all the other churches. And during the winter, one of the senior deacons who lived at the top floor, one of the top floors of Spanish Broadway. God bless you. I love his family and the twins, Aldo and Eldon. The dad worked at a facility that had a gym that the church would then start renting Saturday nights. And in the late 80s, woo, that became a Saturday night thing that, we wanted to go to the gym and we'd have people playing volleyball. The kids, us, we'd be running around the whole facility. It was just a time. And it was time together. It was fellowship, guys. It was fellowship. But I say all that to say, you can get tested anywhere, right? And I've been tested at Camp Berkshire more than once. John, you can attest to that if you're watching or if you ever watch this video. I remember me and you getting bullied by two kids from another church, and one of us took a punch to the stomach at one point, and it felt like nobody knew what was going on but us, right? It's just, your world can feel small sometimes, and you feel like all this is happening to you. So this could happen anywhere in the world, and it was happening to me within a church environment. You know what I mean? But to say, I then began hanging on the street, literally hanging outside. My mom wasn't around for a minute. I began hanging outside at the age of 12, and there was friends that couldn't come out. So I was hanging out with their older brothers. I was hanging out with 15, 16, 17-year-olds when I was 12, 13, because I was able to get away with it. I was able to face those consequences when I came home after 9 o'clock. Being locked out of the house, in my grandma's house on 187th Street, having to hang out in the stairs until the wee hours of the morning, smelling pissy staircases. But I say that to say, you walk with a sense of confidence without being arrogant. That's what I mean. You learn to be confident without being arrogant. Something like this is easy. It's easy for you to inhabit and embody and feel like, wow, I smell amazing. I don't really care if anybody else cares. And when that happens, the compliments start to flow. But this, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. OUD for Greatness will remain in the collection. As a matter of fact, I just finished throwing away all my Initio boxes. I threw away my PDM boxes a couple weeks ago. I just finished throwing away all my Fragrance Du Bois boxes and all of my Initio boxes. So they're staying in the collection. Only boxes that I'm really holding on to are the Nichonnés, because I just enjoy those boxes. I should get rid of them. My Xerjoff boxes, which I should get rid of them because I don't want to get rid of any of my Xerjoffs either. And my Unique Luxury. I don't know why I've held on to the Unique Luxury. It's just that they've got such a really nice presentation with the postcards inside. Very similar to the Nichonné presentations. But I've cleared up a lot of space, and I'm probably going to move a lot of this stuff back into the shelves that I cleared up on the other side. But if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. I do want to compare, and I was planning to compare OUD for Greatness Neo with OUD for Greatness and Baccarat Rouge, and I don't know what else. Maybe Apex. I've got the EDP. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. I thought about blending it with something today, but the experience is so good. It's not overbearing. It just is present. The green qualities in it, along with the OUD for Greatness DNA, are a welcome every time. It's about my 7th or 8th wearing. Anyway, I do have another video that's dedicated to OUD for Greatness Neo. You guys can search it up on the channel. It's on the playlist, and I'll start to organize my playlist a little better going forward. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this is not a review. I don't go in depth. I share with a little bit what I learn online, and I tell you a little bit about how I experience the fragrance and what my scent of the day is. And today, OUD for Greatness Neo. Again, look at that beautiful bottle. Black Gold Project. Que Dios me lo bendiga.